On the economy, in March, you said that nobody should be penalised for doing the right thing. Does that remain true today? Would you repeat that promise to the British people?
Absolutely. Look at what the Chancellor is saying today. We're continuing to do everything we can to support the workforce, support jobs, livelihoods throughout the crisis. And again, some very creative and imaginative proposals from the Chancellor. But here, the really important thing is that everybody follows the guidance that we've set out, and that's why I'm here today in Northamptonshire talking to the police about what they're doing to underpin, to support the enforcement of those rules. And it's absolutely vital that everybody does it. I know that people sort of think, well, it's a great package of new rules to depress the virus, but will it be enforced? And my message is, yes, it will be, and there will be serious fines for people who don't comply.
But how does the promise that nobody will be penalised for doing the right thing square with the fact that today your Chancellor is announcing that he is pulling life support from a large number of jobs which aren't viable because of coronavirus? You're on course for large numbers of job losses. What do you say to the people who are about to lose their jobs? Where are they going to get new ones?
Well, the Chancellor is being totally realistic with people about the prospects of the economy. Things will be tough. What we're saying to people who do the right thing, as you put it, Sam, who self-isolate when they are contacted by NHS Test and Trace, they will get support. As you know, there's £500 to support them, but there's also a £10,000 fine potentially if you don't comply. And it's absolutely vital that we all work together now to get the R down, get the virus back under control, and then and simultaneously allow education and the economy to continue. That is the best thing for jobs, for growth in this country.
Today is one of the biggest days for your government. It's the day that your Chancellor is starting to have to give out the bad news. Aren't you with him, sitting next to him on the green benches, taking responsibility for some of the most important decisions that your government is ever going to have to take?
Well, of course, I fully support the package of measures that we've jointly drawn up. What I'm doing here today is setting out the vital corollary of those measures. They won't help unless everybody works together. We all work together to drive the virus down. And the way we can do that is follow the guidance, the rule of 6, hands, face, space. Make sure that you self-isolate if you're contacted by NH Test and Trace. £500 if you do, £10,000 fine if you don't, £200 fine for not wearing a mask in the right place. I think a £10,000 fine potentially if you organise a group of a gathering of more than 30. You know, these are very considerable fines, and it is important that everybody works together to, as I say, drive the virus down now, stitch in time saves 9, and protect the economy.
Funny, you've launched today the NHS coronavirus app in England and Wales, but why should anybody follow its instructions to self-isolate when studies and your own officials admit that it produces 1 in 3 false positives? And Matt Hancock this morning was saying it's not compulsory.
The crucial thing is for people to follow the guidance, and when you're contacted by NHS Test and Trace and told that you've been in the presence of somebody with coronavirus, we're going to give you support, payment to help you through the period of self-isolation, and you should do that because that's the best way to stop the spread of the virus. And just bear in mind now that there are also fines for people who don't follow the guidance, and that is what I'm trying to say today. Our police do an amazing job. I don't want to add extra burdens to them at all. As you know, we're increasing the number of police officers on the streets of this country by 20,000, a lot of them being recruited here in Northamptonshire, where they're doing an outstanding job. They have all sorts of things to do, but what they must also do now is help us to enforce the guidance, help the public to work together, get the virus, get the rate of reproduction of the virus down, protect education and the economy, and save lives.
The app, Prime Minister, you didn't answer about that. It is true to say that you don't have to follow the recommendation.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And what I'm saying to people is look at the people who are contacted by NHS Test and Trace, who are told, if you're told that you've come into contact with somebody, an index case of coronavirus, then you should take the action that they tell you to do. £500 support per week to help you in that period. And of course, I'm afraid nobody wants to put these fines in place. You know, this is the last thing any of us want to see in this country, which is a great freedom-loving country. But we've got to work together now to suppress the virus, allow education and the economy to continue. That's the balance in this package. It's about working together to drive down the virus now, but also keeping education and the economy going. And that's what the Chancellor is also setting out today.